She will lose. Explosive book reveals Obama's true feelings. Okay, guys, hold on. Pretty much based off the title, she will lose. Most likely has something to do with Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris was going to lose, kind of no matter what. It just was what it was. I mean, based off of what she wanted versus what other people wanted. The fact that she went onto the View and basically said, you know what, I'm completely fine with how things are. We're gonna just remain the same, bro. Do you not see the country? Right? I mean, we're not happy with immigration in the way that it has been, right? No problem with you immigrating to the country legally, bro. No, also no problem, not a single issue here with any type of refugee or person that actually qualifies for asylum. Not a thing, right? For me at least, right? But when it comes to her, she's just completely fine with the open borders the way they were. That's not acceptable, Kamala Harris, okay? Also, what's not acceptable was the economy, or is the economy. It's not acceptable. And then with Doge coming into place now, we're starting to realize that more of the same of what? More of the same of that? Okay, no, we can't do that, bro. Under no circumstance can we not do that, Kamala Harris. All right. But either way, let's go and see what this video is about. Just a suggestion via Discord. Let's check it out.
We've been talking about this. There's a brand new book. It's called Fight, and it gives a behind-the-scenes look into the 2024 election.
Guys, I want to point that really quickly before we actually dive too deeply. The imagery of this is absolutely stunning, guys. It's interesting because this is exactly what happened. Exactly what happened.
Including what former President Obama really thought about Kamala Harris, the Democrat, as the nominee. It reads, in private conversations, Obama flat out told allies she would lose to Trump. He was right.
She did.
He did not think she should be the candidate and said, one confidant, he liked the idea of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer at the top of the ticket and Maryland Governor Wes Moore at the bottom. He didn't want a coronation of Harris.
Guys, in terms of like getting another woman into office in general, I have no problem with it, like at all, right? But I just don't think that she was the right one, to be honest. There will definitely be a woman president. I can definitely forecast that actually being a thing, but I just do not believe that it's going to be on the Democrat side of things. I think most likely it's going to be a Republican woman that gets basically propelled to the forefront because. But all right, and definitely Gretchen Whitmer. She's still troubling, okay? But is she as troubling as Kamala Harris? No.
Jonathan Allen is the co-author of this book, Fight, and it is a great book.
All right,
and Jonathan, there was a fight within the Democratic Party about whether or not she was the one. Obama didn't want her, and he wanted an open convention, a little mini convention, and she just short-circuited everything.
She did. You know, there's this incredible moment on the day that Joe Biden decides to get out of the race. He's been getting all this pressure, and he calls her up, and it's been reported, the very broad outlines were reported as he tells her he's getting out. She says, are you sure? He says yes, and that's it.
Right.
There were actually 2 phone calls between them because she had to beg Joe Biden to make a quick endorsement, right?
What?
As soon as he gets out, she's got to get the delegates. She's got to get her whip operation, call all the members of Congress, the governors, whatever.
Right.
And Biden's like, I'm getting out. I might endorse you like on Thursday, like a few days later. I want to take a victory lap, soak in my moment. And she's like, Joe, you have got to endorse me. And so they go back and forth on this before Biden does it. Obama definitely did not think she should be the Democratic nominee.
He would not endorse that day either.
He would not endorse that day either. She talked to him. He said to her, I don't want to put my thumb on the scale. She was disappointed, but not necessarily shocked because he'd been behind the scenes trying to undermine her for the last several weeks before
he was
Biden
making
even got out.
excuses.
And of course, the reason that Joe Biden stepped out was because he is not the Joe Biden who got elected 4 years earlier.
Right.
And in your book, you talk a little bit about how aides, they all knew what was up. They used shiny tape to show him where to go. They had a lot of makeup, even if he was doing a Zoom call. He was a mess.
Yeah, he needed, again, fluorescent tape on the floor to show him where to go.
Right. Along with photos of things like by the time we got to the end, let's say, the aides definitely started taking photos of like doors and hallways that he had to basically walk down, bro. All right, that was what was running our country here. Not a single issue with someone aging gracefully, bro. But I'm not sure we should have someone in that current state, at least, running this country. That's just the reality of the situation, kind of regardless of political affiliation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we just need to come to terms with the fact that we cannot have someone in the state that Joe Biden was in our White House.
He needed teleprompters to talk to small groups, small donor groups. He would put on makeup early in the morning to do cabinet meetings and then sometimes do the makeup and not do the meetings, right? So they all knew that there was a level of decline. I think there were varying appreciations for that. We talked to one person who said it was particularly steep in early 2024, but they were doing risk mitigation. How do we make it less likely that Joe Biden falls apart in front of the world? And look, if you like the train wreck of what happened on the Democratic side, with all these cars piling up and all these political leaders at odds with each other and being wrong about a lot of things, this book's for you.
This book is great, and it does have all the detail. And, you know, Barack Obama hasn't come out and said, oh, that's not true. You've also got some detail about
I don't think he's going to.
With Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, at one point, felt, am I being too tough on him?
Yeah, it's sort of this amazing talent that Trump has for being in the moment and also seeing it from outside, sort of being a stage manager, if you will. And he's watching Joe Biden fall apart. He's seeing these answers go terribly. I think people will remember that moment where Trump says, I don't know what he just said, and I don't think he does either. And it's sympathetic. I mean, for
that
Trump,
was the meme.
With an opponent on stage, you know, typically he's not particularly sympathetic, but in this case, he's looking at Biden.
Yeah, it was brutality.
Like, this looks terrible. And he starts thinking to himself, how do I keep hitting this guy without looking like a jerk? Because the media is going to talk about how I went off the rails. And I need to just kind of keep it in and not look like a jerk, not come off poorly. And so he reins it in. But that's what's going on, according to our sources, in Trump's mind as he's on the stage with Joe Biden.
Well, you and your co-author wrote the definitive book about the train wreck that was Hillary Clinton's campaign, and now you're back with this. It is a great book. It is called Fight Inside the Wildest Battle for the White House. It's now on sale. Jonathan Allen, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.
Good luck.
All right, guys, I want to go ahead and point out a couple of things here. I definitely think that man definitely belongs on radio. I think vocally he is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm absolutely just in glee moderately here, as much glee as I can exude. Let's say, either way, that I got to hear the richness of his vocal. It's nice. But this book sounds absolutely amazing. I did not even know that they made something about Hillary Clinton at all. I didn't know that. So it makes me want to go ahead and read that. I'm an avid reader. So it's something that I probably would encounter. Absolutely. But it does not surprise me that Obama, said she's going to lose, because that was the logical standpoint, I think, personally. I think if you kind of understood what was going on specifically in Washington and the things that she's been associated with publicly, you can imagine that she's not going to win, because the public sentiment is basically dictating that she's completely fine with the economy, saying that things she wants things to remain the same, along with having no problem at all with the border. And you call yourself a border czar? Well, you're not going to win, because the two things that are really important right now, right, are the things that you say you want to keep the same. There was no way you were going to win this. And keep this in mind, we can also go back to see what you said when you tried to run for president the first time. Okay? We can see that. We know what you said. We know who you are, right? That's a hard pass. That's an immediate hard pass, bro. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments, guys. All right? I'll catch you guys later.